This is News Always On. First ladies have a long history of advocating for issues important to them, and often that means issues related to children. But what's unusual is to have all the living former presidents' wives speaking out in one voice. According to NPR, America's current and former first ladies are pushing back against the Trump administration's practice of separating children from their parents at the border in an effort to curb illegal crossings. The opposition comes from both Republicans and Democrats, even including expressions of concern from President Trump's own wife, First Lady Melania Trump. In a statement, her spokeswoman Stephanie Grisham said the First Lady, quote, hates to see children separated from their families and called on the country to govern with heart. The statement also expressed hope for bipartisan immigration reform. Melania Trump has made the well-being of children the major focus of her Be Best policy initiative. The responses from former First Ladies, including Republican Laura Bush, have been more pointed. Laura Bush tweeted, "I live in a border state. I appreciate the need to enforce and protect our international boundaries, but this zero-tolerance policy is cruel, it is immoral, and it breaks my heart." The wives of former Democratic presidents have spoken out against the Trump administration's policy more quickly and often more forcefully than their husbands. On Monday, former First Lady Michelle Obama retweeted Laura Bush's comments, adding, "Sometimes truth transcends party." Her husband then later retweeted her. Former First Lady and 2016 Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton has repeatedly opposed the policy in multiple tweets over the past few weeks. She has also encouraged her supporters to donate to immigrant rights organizations. Her husband, former President Bill Clinton, followed suit on Sunday with a Father's Day tweet saying, "These children shouldn't be a negotiating tool in the immigration debate." Rosalynn Carter, the wife of former President Jimmy Carter, has also weighed in, issuing a statement on Monday calling the policy, quote, "disgraceful and a shame to our country." Peter Selvin, a journalism professor and author of Biography of Michelle Obama, said that the common message from the First Ladies is rare. Quote, "When was the last time Laura Bush, Rosalynn Carter, Michelle Obama, and Hillary Clinton spoke up in one voice on anything?" Each of these former First Ladies uses her megaphone in a different way when using it at all. It's extraordinary that they are united in attacking a highly politicized policy of a sitting president. Selvin added, "When Melania Trump calls on the country's leaders to govern with heart, it certainly suggests greater solidarity with her predecessors than with her husband." The big question is whether these bipartisan expressions of concern from former First Ladies and Melania Trump herself will have an impact on policy. Dr. John Abrams, an author and historian of First Ladies at the University of Denver, noted that First Ladies often have been sounding boards of their husbands' thinking and were often ahead of the curve before their husbands on social issues. Abrams said, quote, "With intimate access to the ear of the president, First Ladies have often slowly but determinedly pushed their husbands to moderate their positions. Melania Trump is not unusual in this, but President Trump appears to be more implacable than many of our former presidents." The current and former First Ladies' opposition to separating families is in line with that of American voters, with polls showing that a majority of Americans oppose the policy, with Democrats overwhelmingly against it and opinions among Republicans more mixed. For more on this, subscribe to our channel.